Hi nerds, welcome back. Today I just wanted to have a bit of a chat with you guys about the day-to-day equipment and products I use at work. So I don't think I've mentioned it before, but I am employed as a salon. I'm not self-employed. So all of these products and equipment were bought by my manager, and it is quite an interesting mix of brands. I'm mainly going to be talking about all the branded products, so any muzzles, belly straps, brushes, anything like that. That might just be unbranded or the wholesaler's own brand, anything like that. I'm just going to leave out of this. But if you are interested in knowing what type of brushes and such I use, do leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And the same goes for any kind of additional products like drying sprays, coat management sprays, anything like that. I'm just going to leave out of this because otherwise this video is going to be hours long and no one has time for that. Okay, let's get started with the bathing area. So the bath we're using is the Groomer's Easy Step Electric Stainless Steel Bath. We did get this bath second hand. I do believe they still sell this one, so I will leave the link down in the description to this and anything else I mention in this video. So if you are interested in any products I mention, you know where to go get them. Now I do really like this bath. With it being electric, it goes up and down, so I can easily get bigger dogs in the bath without them having to climb up some noisy rattly steps and getting freaked out. I am only 5'3", so if the bath is at the highest setting, I do actually have to tiptoe to reach the dog in the bath. And the stand dryers we use seem to be a bit of a Holy Grail product in the grooming community. We have two of the Simpsons Super Jet dryers. We have the new version, which is white, and then we also have an older model, which is brown, and they both work so incredibly well. The only downside to these dryers is that moving the nozzle can be a bit stiff, so it's not just a smooth motion, it does kind of jar a little bit. So it can be a little bit awkward to point the dryer where you want it. And our blaster is the Groom Power Twin. Now this is by far the best blaster I have ever used. It is incredibly powerful and you can change the power to suit the dog that you are drying. But we have had some issues with Groom in terms of their customer service. One of our blasters did break really soon after we got it, and unfortunately Groom was really difficult about getting a replacement or fixing it free of charge. So from that point of view, I would be quite hesitant to buy any Groom product in the future, just based on how they did deal with our issue with the blaster. But if we're just talking about function, it is absolutely incredible. I would highly recommend it if you just ignore the customer service side of it completely. Now, shampoos. We have a bit of a problem with shampoos. So in our smaller shop, we have 11 different shampoos right now. We probably don't need 11 shampoos, but you know, we have 11 shampoos. We've got quite a nice range of different brands here, and most of them I really like. From Aroma Care, we have got the Argan Oil and Cactus Aloe shampoos. The Argan Oil are used for drier coats, so like German Shepherds or anything like that, where you just need to get some moisture back into the coat. And smells amazing, works really well. Both the Aroma Care shampoos are 32:1 dilution rate as well, so they do last a really long time. And with the Cactus Aloe, it's a 2-in-1 conditioning shampoo, so you do get some conditioner in the product, and so far it is the best aloe shampoo I've tried. It smells amazing, it cleans really well, and it leaves the dog's coat so nice and soft and easy to clip. And from Double K, we have the Griminator shampoo. We used to use the Wool Dirty Beastie shampoo before this, but unfortunately a lot of us did find that the Dirty Beastie was irritating our hands. Like straight after use, I would just have completely red raw hands, and it would really hurt to just, you know, move my fingers, do anything. So we gave Griminator a go, and that's become our staple for really dirty coats. And from Poser, we have Forget Me Not, Fly Away, and Too White. Is it Too White? It might not be Too White, I'll just double check myself. Overall, these shampoos are okay. They're not amazing, but they're not bad either. They all smell really great, especially the Forget Me Not. It smells like cherry bakewell and it's amazing. The Fly Away, it's designed for de-shed, but so far I don't quite know what the science is behind de-shedding shampoos, because in my opinion, if the coat is ready to come out, it will just come out regardless of what shampoo you use. But you know, it smells nice and it doesn't cost the earth either. Christie's does run quite a lot of promotions with them, so you get 2 bottles of shampoo for, you know, 20 odd quid, so it's a nice cheap brand to have on hand. The Too White, I'm not madly impressed. It is a bright purple shampoo, and I have found that sometimes, especially with the dog's ears, it does tend to stain a little bit. It doesn't stain the hair, it seems to stain the actual ear leather, but luckily it does come off quite easily. But I don't think a shampoo should stain to begin with. So to trial out something different for whitening purposes, I do actually have the Millie's Blueberry and Vanilla shampoo, and so far I'm really liking it. It's a far better alternative to the Poser one. Obviously Millie's is more expensive just as a one-off purchase, but the dilution rate is a lot better, so one bottle does last you a lot longer than the Poser one, which is 12-1 I believe. And recently we've also swapped our shampoo for sensitive skin. For ages we've been using the Tropiclean Oxymed shampoo, which is absolutely incredible. It is a medicated shampoo and we've seen some amazing results with skin conditions in dogs when it's been used regularly. But unfortunately Tropiclean's been having a lot of issues with their stock, so we have got the Millie's Oatmeal and Aloe Sensitive Shampoo to try in the meantime. I haven't actually touched it yet. I still have a little smidge of Oxy left in a bottle, so I can't give you any kind of verdict on the Millie's one, but I have absolutely adored Oxy the couple years I've used it. It smells amazing, it's so nice and gentle on the skin, and so far we've not had anyone come back and say that, oh well, this shampoo has given my dog a reaction, can you not use it? And our flea shampoo is the Mutney's Natural Flea Repellent Shampoo. Now, I know that any shampoo can and will kill fleas as long as you leave the shampoo on for long enough, but with the Mutney's, it does have neem oil in it. So what that means is that the dog actually smells revolting through the fleas and they're less likely to hop on. Obviously, the effect of that doesn't last for ages. I would imagine it's only a couple days until the scent wears off. But so far, I've really liked the Mutney's shampoo, and I will probably buy it in the future as well if I was to use it myself. Now, conditioner wise, we don't tend to use a lot of conditioner. The only tub we have is the Earth Bath Oatmeal and Aloe conditioner, and I really do not like it. I find it's too thick and too gloopy to use. You can't really mix it in water. It just stays in horrible little clumps in a mixing bottle, so you do kind of just have to slap it on neat and hope for the best. So that is definitely that one bottle I just never reach for unless I really have to, and even then I kind of use it a bit begrudgingly because I just don't like it. It smells amazing. The texture's really nice, but it's just, I feel like I really have to work it in for ages to make sure that it's applied evenly. Now, moving on to the grooming area. The table I use is the ALS low electric table. Again, absolutely fantastic. It goes so low and so high. I can get big dogs with bad legs on it really easily. I don't have to break my back lifting dogs up if they're too heavy. And even with the smallest dogs, I can again lift the table up so high that I'm basically kissing their feet. It does have a little drawer at the bottom and a double socket. I just never use them. All the drawer does is just collect hair. And the clippers I use probably doesn't come as a surprise to anyone. We have the Heineken Sapphires. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about these clippers. I know they're a bit of a love or hate clipper because some people find them a bit too clunky to hold, a bit too heavy, a bit too loud, but in all fairness, none of that bothers me. I feel it fits really well in my hand and I don't really find them that loud. Obviously, if I did try different clippers and notice the difference, then it might bother me afterwards, but right now I love them. And pretty much all the blades we use are the Andis Ultra Edge. Again, a lot of people say that they break easily, they go blunt really quick, and they're just not amazing quality, but I've not had any issues with them, so I'm very happy to carry on using them. I would love to have some wide blades, but it's not the end of the world that I don't. It might be a future investment for myself, but for now, I'm very happy to just use the standard blades. And for comb attachments, we use the Weil stainless steel comb guards. Now, my scissors. These are my own scissors. Obviously, with scissors, you do need your own set because the way you hold your scissors might be completely different to how someone else does, and they do kind of mold to your own hand. So if I borrowed someone else's scissors, I might find that they're just not cutting at all because they are aligned completely differently to how I would hold them. So when I first started my level 3 at college, I did actually buy a set from Roseline that came with 3 different scissors, and out of that set I still use the 820/80 8-inch straight scissors. They are such a workhorse pair of scissors. I do a lot of the bulk work with them. I rarely have them sharpened. They are incredibly comfortable to hold and they have a lot of weight to them. Unfortunately, the other 2 scissors in that set, they just didn't pack that same punch as my straight, so I have already replaced them. The thinners out of that set, I use them at home on my own dog, and the very short straights I just mainly use as nail scissors for myself. So to replace the thinners, I have gone for the Groom Professional Astrid 6.25-inch single thinning scissor. I mean, they're not amazing. They are better than the Roseline ones I had, but equally they are not amazing. I could do with them being a lot longer than they are. I am getting to the stage now where I'm really confident with my scissoring, so I just want to cover more area in one go than I am now. And from the Astrid range, I do also have the 7.5-inch curved scissors. These were my first ever curve, so I didn't want to go completely nuts with the curve. But now that I'm used to my curves, the curve is just not enough for me. I do still really like them, don't get me wrong. I really like it that it's a thin pointy end, so tidying around feet is really easy. I find that with my Roselines, for example, the tip is too thick, so getting a nice neat finish around feet is a bit difficult. So even if I do get new curves to replace these ones, I'll definitely be holding on to them so I can do footwork. And finally, with the current situation in the world, I do also wear a mask at work, and I do wear this anytime I'm with a dog or talking to a customer, as per the latest guidance we've been given by our official bodies. And I get mine from Blooms for Grooms. They are fully handmade. They're only about $5 per mask. There's an amazing variety of patterns and colours you can choose from, and you can also put in a filter in between the layers of the mask. So if you want that extra bit of protection, you can do that very easily. And these masks I find are really breathable, and so far I've really not found it difficult to wear one all day long. The only downside is that this will be with any mask. This is nothing to do with Blooms for Grooms. I am getting lots of breakouts along my jawline where the mask is constantly trapping moisture and dirt against my skin. But that is just something we are going to have to deal with. It's a very small price to pay to keep everyone safe. Okay guys, that pretty much covers everything I use on a daily basis, apart from sprays, muzzles, or that I mentioned at the start of the video. But like I said, if you have any questions about some products that I haven't mentioned at all, do drop me a comment down below and I will get back to you. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, do leave it a little thumbs up, and you might also want to consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss my next upload. Bye guys.